Hi guys, Annemarie Lombard here. This is my second session sharing resilience with you, how I've implemented this in my professional life and in my work life, being the CEO and founder of Century Intelligence. So we've got a busy schedule. We work quite hard. We've also moved into a fully remote working space. And I think with COVID and stress and uncertainty and everything that has been happening in the world, we are definitely working on a different level. We're working harder, we're working longer, we're spending way more time behind the screen. And it is definitely creating a lot of a ripple effect on health, well-being, and productivity. So I'm going to share with you the 3 things that I've implemented that does work for me. Resilience is something that you need to require new habits for. So it might be different for you, but I'm sure what I will share will have some benefit for you. Number 1 is get up from your chair. Very, very, very important. You have to take breaks. Because we are working longer and we're not having that natural movement between environments that we used to have working fully remote, we are kind of stuck in one position staring at a screen the whole time, which does mean we get very, very tired without even knowing so. So you have to take regular breaks. You have to get up from your chair. Your best friend is your water bottle. I always have a water bottle next to me. If I drink water, my bladder gets full. Brilliant. It's a reminder you have to go to the bathroom. So it forces me to get out of my chair and come back. So I do regular stretch breaks throughout the day. Actually, after every 45 minutes, you should actually have a quick stretch break, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then come back to your chair. So regular stretching and getting up from your chair. Secondly, I've really been struggling with being cooped up in one space because it doesn't necessarily fit my Century profile type. I'm a Century seeker. I'm a Century leave based on our tree analogy, and I've got high thresholds. So I really do get cabin fever being in one space the whole time. That's been a real challenge for me. So what I've done to curb that is every Wednesday, I try to actually work offsite and away from my office. And if I do have the chance to arrange a face-to-face meeting, I will actually schedule it for a Wednesday. Pick up my laptop, put my laptop in my bag, get away from my space, and I actually get a different scenery and different variation, which I really seriously do need. Yeah, it's funny. I spoke to someone else the other day how going to buy bread and milk at the shop has become an outing for me. That's a bit sad, but true. Number 3 is about time management. Now, time management, it's a bit of a tricky one. So I kind of don't necessarily like the word time management because I think it's very loaded. But let me tell you my shape or my take on time management and how I've introduced that. I get up at 5 o'clock every morning. Admittedly, I do write research as well. I read and I write research articles. So 5 o'clock in the morning between 5 and 8 is my freshest brain time. My brain is alert, focused, and I actually produce the best quality of work then. So I do believe in that 5 o'clock club, 5 a.m. club that gets up early in the morning. And I'm sure when I'm finished with my research, I will continue to do that and use that time to do undisturbed high quality work. The problem is sometimes we want to tick things off from your list, and then you actually might be cleaning your inbox or you might be doing other mundane stuff, and then you actually use your high level of energy in your brain for the wrong task. So when your brain is alert, when it's early in the day, you do your high or your best quality work, the most difficult work that you need to do. Then you tackle those important reports or that data set or stuff that you actually need to exert more brain power. So that's really, really important. The other thing, I must admit, tongue in cheek, I've talked about taking a lunch break away from your desk for years, but only since COVID hit and I'm working remotely, I've actually put it into practice for myself. So every day at lunchtime, I actually get away from my desk, I prepare some lunch for me, and then I go sit down away from my desk and I eat my lunch. Sometimes I would put the TV on and watch a little bit of nonsense. But, it's my way just to deviate my shift and focus from my computer. And then thirdly, and I know a lot of us struggle, when is your day finished? When do you need to finish your day and move on to life? So that whole work-life balance, which by the way, I don't think it exists, it's work-life integration, is kind of a hard one. In my house, it's easy. When my hubby steps into my office and he's come back from work, he still work offsite, that's my cue, your day is done, it's end. So I usually finish what I'm busy with. I literally close that last task, and that takes me never longer than 5 minutes. I close my laptop, and I've actually put my laptop in my cupboard away so that I don't see it, and I switch my light off. Admittedly, I can work in my own space, in my own office. It does make it easier, but that has really worked for me. So these three things are really business strategies that I apply to get the best out of my day-to-day job and my day-to-day work. It has really worked for me and it has helped for me. I hope you also learned some of it. So on this note, please take care, stay safe, and we hope to see you soon. Cheers.